Today we'll be looking at 4 misdemeanor arraignments. I think 2 of them are hearings. The first hearing, the defendant admits to being on hard times and stealing while pregnant. In the second hearing, the defendant was too tired to present insurance, receives an infraction but struggles to understand why. The third hearing is a case of mistaken identity. One friend blames another for theft. And lastly, the fourth hearing is drug charges, an interesting story about the defendant and his dog having a picnic at the time of arrest. Let me know what you think in the comments, like and subscribe.
And Hxllo was left out there, basically. And I found out I'm pregnant at the time, and I didn't have money. I didn't know what to do. I don't know anybody. So that was the reason why I don't even steal. I don't do that. I don't have a record of stealing. I don't do none of that.
What kind of stuff did you take?
I got cereal. I took food, and I took a bra.
Well, what you did is just confess to the offense of not having any proof of insurance. You didn't provide the slip to the officer when he asked for it. That's a civil infraction. It carries a $150 fine.
Yeah.
It's not a crime. It won't affect your driving privileges, but that's the crime. The other one is not having insurance at all. She's willing to dismiss that charge. What you're charged with is not providing the officer with proof that you had it. And I just put my wife's insurance slip in the car last night. We were at Menards and stole
nothing.
Something that's worth more than 200 but less than 1,000. A Wi-Fi doorbell and some dog toys.
Oh no.
And that's a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000.
Yes, I was.
Were you at the park?
Yes, I was having a night picnic with my dog, and it was hot. And instead of wearing my hoodie, I grabbed one off of the hook, and it wasn't mine. And I didn't know there was an inside pocket in it.
And it had a meth pipe in it?
Yes, it did.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're in Crete, Illinois, and we gave you permission to come in by Zoom, and you were here in a timely manner.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is filed. You're charged with retail fraud in the 3rd degree, which in Michigan is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Let me find this. It's alleged that on or about June 17th, you were at the Walmart store and you stole $80.44 worth of property.
It's eye-popping video. A team of brazen shoplifters furiously tossing all these stolen items into getaway cars.
That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. They stopped you outside the store. It looks like they recovered all the property. This would be a $100 fine plus $125 in costs. How do you plead to the allegation that on June 17th at the Walmart store in Three Rivers, you took some property without paying for it?
That's true. I'm guilty of it.
All right. Did anyone threaten you to get you to plead guilty to that charge?
No.
Or promise you anything other than what I said?
No.
The public defender is here with us. Now, the people that are here live are...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to know. Is Mr. Rubio in the hallway? Is that the one you're doing for instant pretrial?
No, he's right here on the bench.
If we could put him out in the hallway.
Have a seat out in the hall, Mr. Ruby. And the prosecutor will see in just a moment. He's got his proof of insurance. All right. Now, this applies to everybody that's here also. Do you understand that if you plead guilty to this charge, you will be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will be no trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. If you could not afford one, we could appoint one for you at county expense. If you had a trial, you'd have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand yourself and testify on your own behalf, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you, and you have the right to be presumed innocent if and until the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Were you in the Walmart store in Three Rivers on June 17th?
Yes, Your Honor.
How did you happen to be there?
Honestly, it's a long story. My husband was on the run. He was on the run for a long time, and he ended up getting picked up in Kalamazoo, and Hxllo was left out there, basically. And I found out I'm pregnant at the time, and I didn't have money. I didn't know what to do. I don't know anybody. So that was the reason why I don't even steal. I don't do that. I don't have a record of stealing. I don't do none of that. It was just
what kind of stuff did you take?
I got cereal, I took food, and I took a bra because, like I said, I'm pregnant and I was getting bigger. I didn't have no food. I was hungry. That's what it was. Is I took food and there was like.
Where were you staying?
In my car.
All right. Now you live now in Crete, Illinois.
That was my old address. I'm back in Jacksonville. That's way further down. If I was in Crete, I would have been able to make it. But that's my old address. I'm back in Jacksonville, Illinois.
All right. All right. I need to get your address where I can send this, but I don't want to do it here on the live feed.
Okay.
Matea, could you go into the conference room and I'll ask her to give you her address? I'm going to put you in a room with a public defender here in just a moment. Laura, could you turn on the conference room? Anyway, you owe $100, $75 crime victims' rights fee, and a $50 state minimum fee. That's $225. There apparently is no restitution. They recovered the property.
Okay.
How long will it take you to pay that?
If you could give me a little while, Judge, only because I'm struggling right now. I'm 6 months pregnant and I'm finally getting housing and stuff taken care of. So if you could give me a little while, I know that's not a lot of money. I'll make it due by
December 1st. Good morning, Deborah.
Okay. That would be great.
All right, now, as soon as they open this room, I'm going to put you in a space with a public defender.
Okay.
And I want you to give her your address, phone number, contact information so we can send you this payment.
Okay.
Here is Miss Paycheck. I'm going to put you two in a breakout room and I want you to give her address.
Okay.
And you can pay this by check, money order, green cash, or you can pay online with instructions in the envelope. So I'm going to put you in the breakout room.
Okay.
You give her that information. And Matea, thank you for your help.
Not a problem.
All right. And then when you're done, you're free to go. You got stopped in Constantine on August 19th for failing to stop leaving a private driveway and no insurance. I beg the assistance of the county prosecutor, and Ms. Deborah Davis met with you to discuss this. You're charged with not having any insurance. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries a minimum fine of $200 plus costs, and it requires that you get fingerprinted and mugshotted. You're also charged with failing to stop at the scene of an accident or failing to yield coming out of an alley or private drive. Ms. Davis has agreed to dismiss both of those charges for a civil infraction charge of no proof of insurance, meaning you weren't able to provide the officer with the slip. The fact that you had insurance is a defense to the no insurance charge, but you didn't show it to the officer. So there's a civil infraction for no proof of insurance. So she has offered, if you plead to that charge, she will dismiss all of the other charges. She's indicated you don't wish to do that.
No, because I have insurance.
Yeah, but you didn't show it to the police officer.
I saw once. I have one once, but the one is just expired before.
Okay.
You know, and always I have insurance all the time. I never drive with no insurance. You don't.
Yes.
Believe me. Okay. So we have a whole bunch of the papers in my car the day, and I just looking over, and I think I'm tired. Like I told you, I come back to my big road to California, and I was tired, and it's dark. I don't have no lights. I look at my phone, and I'm not able to see them. These papers was behind, insurance was behind and seat. Okay, and I just told him, can you give me some time to find the insurance? And he told me, no, I don't have too much time to let you look for insurance. And he told me, you have two choices. Call somebody coming, help you out, take your car, or push your car. That's all. I just can't live right behind to the. Or he want to call the broker to tow my car. I said, well, officer, you the officer, you just give me the options you want to do.
So did they tow your car?
They want to tow my car.
All right. Well, all right. I'm not gonna.
I just push it.
If you don't wish to plead to this, then we'll set it for a hearing, and the officer can come in and testify. So prosecutor will amend.
Well, it's like I just told you. I'm not finding my insurance at the right time. The time he gave it to me. But,
well, what you did is just confess to the offense of not having any proof of insurance. You didn't provide the slip to the officer when he asked for it. That's a civil infraction. It carries a $150 fine.
Yeah.
It's not a crime. It won't affect your driving privileges, but that's the crime. The other one is not having insurance at all. She's willing to dismiss that charge. What you're charged with is not providing the officer with proof that you had it. And I just put my wife's insurance slip in the car last night. But very often people get it and they forget to put it in the car. So they have insurance, but they aren't able to prove it. I've got a very busy morning with a lot of people waiting. And so if you don't want to plead to this, I'll just say.
So what I need to pay?
$150.
$150?
Yes.
For
not showing the slip to the officer at the time he asked for it. And all the other charges would be dismissed, including the failure to stop. That carries 2 points.
So and I go carry points in my license?
No
There's
points.
no points on
No
it.
points. Okay, I paid $150.
All right. And that's Deborah, thanks for your help.
No problem. Let me know if you have any others.
All right, no points, no accident, no crime, civil infraction only.
I come back, yeah.
I'll give you 30 days to pay it. You can come back today and pay it. It's $150 due by October 6th. All right, sir, you're good to go.
Thanks, Aaron.
All right, no crime, no points. You're good to go.
So this no going to show anything on my license, right?
Correct. Ms. Green is charged with retail fraud in the second degree. She didn't show up on August 29th.
Actually, I was in the hospital and I called, so we were supposed to email the paper and we couldn't, it wouldn't go through. So I talked to the lady the next morning and she said, oh, we can just reschedule it. And then they sent me a paper for a warrant. So
well, we rescheduled it. There's no warrant.
So so the warrant got canceled then.
Yes.
Okay. Because I was like, it showed up in the mail the very next day after I talked to her. I'm like, well, how'd that happen? But I do have a copy. I think my daughter's got a copy of the hospital paper if you need it on her phone.
Right.
So
I believe you. But let's talk about the principal charge. The allegation is that on or about 3/10 of 23, you and Mystique were at Menards and stole
nothing.
Something that's worth more than 200 but less than 1,000. A Wi-Fi doorbell and some dog toys.
Oh no.
And that's a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. You wish to plead not guilty to that?
I'm so confused right now. Yeah, definitely. Even more confused after you just said, yeah.
I think Mystique County might be in jail right now.
She is, and yeah. I haven't even had any contact.
Now, the advice of rights, you've given me address of, what's the street?
Drive.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, they have a video of this, and it says it was you, and they have a video of it.
Yeah, they did. They definitely videoed me taking anything, that's for sure.
Okay.
I know I was actually there to return something, so for my stepdad, but that's.
I'm going to appoint an attorney.
Okay.
And set attorney pretrial for 10/6/23 at 8:30. Your attorney can get a copy of that video, and then you can sit down and watch it together.
Yep.
And see what you think after that.
Okay.
All right. I shall not guilty plea. And October 6th, 8:30 pretrial. I want you to call your lawyer, make an appointment to discuss it prior to that time.
Definitely will.
This is an ordinance case. You got a ticket in Three Rivers on 819 Michigan Avenue and Spring Street, right across from the police department, for possession of drug paraphernalia. I guess that would be park. Say you had a meth pipe during a search incident to arrest. There's no state law against possession of paraphernalia, but many cities and villages, including Three Rivers, have an ordinance against it. And sometimes they charge it rather than charging use or possession. It's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. It's a kind of disturbing the peace or disorderly person. The normal fine for that is $75 plus $125 of state costs. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
How do you wish to plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this?
No.
Or promise you anything other than what I just said?
No.
Were you in Three Rivers that day, which was August 19th?
Yes, I was.
Were you at the park?
Yes, I was having a night picnic with my dog, and it was hot. And instead of wearing my hoodie, I grabbed one off of the hook, and it wasn't mine. And I didn't know there was an inside pocket in it.
And it had a meth pipe in it?
Yes, it did.
All right, where do you live? All right.
I'm boarding in a house from a lady, and
okay. I grew up in that neighborhood, just very close to there. I don't know you. How long you been in Three Rivers?
Since March 3rd.
Where'd you come from originally?
Indiana.
All right.
I'm trying to move to Michigan, and I'm retired.
All right. $75 fine, $75 crime victims rights fee, and a $50 state minimum fee. Can you pay that within 30 days?
Yes. Yes, sir.
October 6th. If you need more time, contact the court. The goal is to get the fine paid, not to put you in jail. But said it was incident to arrest. Did they arrest you?
Yeah, for some kind of a mix-up with an assault in Dowagiac with my grandson.
I didn't see any other charge. How long were you in jail?
4 days, I think.
All right, give you 4 days credit, 4 days. All right, you're good to go. Pay that $200 by October 6th and the matter is completed.
Thank you.
Good luck, sir.